Welcome to episode 2. In this episode, we get an update on how the people are living since we bought them their first things that they needed. And then we will go out shopping for more things and we will finally see everything installed. Remember, everything you are seeing here is because of the viewer. There has been over $12,000 in donations, and I'm going to be talking about that later on in the video. Please stay tuned and remember, everything that is donated here goes back into the funds for the families. Thanks to the donations that we received in the last video, we are able to further help the families in our region. We are back. Welcome back. This means that we have done a great deed, guys. The other video managed to get more than the original starting point, okay? We are back. You can see the building behind me. We essentially want to see how they're doing. Have they done any changes? And how else can we help? We want to finish the deal. We want to make sure that they are in the right path. So let's go inside and see how they're doing. And now there is a huge difference. There's a huge difference. Obviously the toilet is installed. This is a toilet that's actually working. It's going to be moved a few centimeters in this direction to the right because the washing machine that we bought them will be put in the bathroom here. So it's going to be the toilet, washing machine. And by the way, guys, the plumbing job has not been done. We will be paying for that in the future when everything is installed. We will be coming back. But just know that the toilet is installed. It's going to be moved. We're paying about 18,000 rubles for a plumber to do the job. He's going to do not only move the toilet, he's going to install the different faucets in the bathroom and in the kitchen. Well, guys, they actually told us that they're gonna get we're gonna get them a stove later, okay? This stove is connected to an old system, so we can't get them a modern stove. This building is so old that it doesn't have the right inlets, like a plug-in. So we're gonna get them a stove in the future, I promise. But for now, you have to know that a plumber will come and change this. Remember, we did choose for them a new sink, a new faucet and everything. The plumber's gonna come and change everything for them. You know what we bought for them already. Now it's just time to pay the plumber so that they can move this. They're gonna move the sink into the corner there. And they're actually gonna be remodeling the kitchen. So we can't buy the stove yet until everything is changed. The electric wires have to be changed. And so I don't want to sound like a fraud. They didn't want to be on camera, so I have to cook a little bit here, the fries. I don't want to sound like a fraud, but the stove will come later. We have other stories to tell today. But in the meantime, there is something that we can do for them. We are going to be buying wallpaper for the entire apartment, I think like the living room area. So let's go take a look at that. The reason why it's important to change the wallpapers is because the children should not be around something that looks destroyed. When you teach a child that it's okay to live in chaos, he becomes chaos. So we will be paying for the wallpaper change. You can see all around, and I'm going to show you after, that it is not in the best condition. So instead of getting the stove for this apartment right now, we opted to getting the wallpaper changed in the entire, the majority of the apartment. As you can see here, there's holes on the wall. Maybe it's absolutely dirty in there. It could be holding some sort of sickness. So understand that we have to change the environment that the kids are living in so that mentally they can grow a lot healthier. In a room like this, we won't be doing the wallpaper. It looks like they had their own wallpaper. You can see this is actually really, really positive for the child. If you look at this wall, it has little princesses. It has like fairies. It gives the child something that is positive in their mind, and it reinforces a sort of civilized living, right? This is something that the little girl can wake up to, and the boy on the right side has cars. This is something positive, but not the whole house is like this. The living room can be absolutely fixed. This is what we're trying to do, giving them a positive space where they're going to grow up. And you would be surprised with the small change like that, it can change a child's life. You see, here he is looking at cartoons, and his sister sleeps there. he's here, and in this room he is positive, but outside of this room we don't know what he's thinking. So we need to make that outside room beautiful. We need, now he has a toilet, he can go to the toilet, that's normal. And for the people who are wondering, hey, where's the washing machine? Well, it's right here. This is the brand new washing machine that they're going to be able to use to make sure that their kids are healthy and clean. You need a place where kids can eat, so we will get the stove in the future. You need a place where they can get clean clothes, so we have the washing machine. And you need a good toilet so you can do your business. The bathtub is set already, but we're going to put new faucet and everything. But this is the washing machine. Right now, we've been talking about the wallpaper. We need to go now and check out the wallpaper, and then we have another story to tell you guys. This new location, it is said to be absolutely in such a worse condition. We won't have a long time in there because it is said that it smells like sewer in there. We're not sure. We need to go look inside to see what kind of help it needs. We have an idea of what it needs. Let's go inside and see for ourselves. Just keep rolling, guys. We're going to keep rolling this entire time. Здравствуйте. Okay. We'll come in here. The building actually itself does not look so bad. This is the wallpaper in this side. In my opinion, it is not that bad at all. Obviously, we will be changing the wallpaper in this room, and you can come in and look around this side. Maybe the walls here do need a little bit of help, but we're gonna get a new wallpaper, not a problem. Some people were talking about a stove in this place. Let's see what kind of stove they have. Maybe we can buy one. Okay, this is the stove. Yeah. Okay. So now you can see they actually don't have a stove. We're gonna get a stove here. It's gonna be a beautiful stove. It's gonna be brand new. She won't have to deal with this anymore. The biggest problem that we have in this area is that some of these buildings are older than time itself, right? Some of these buildings are 300 years old, 400 years old, and the people who first moved in here were probably in the 1950s. So you see stuff like this, 1970s, 80s, 90s. This is not a problem. This is the house of Maxime. We saw him in an earlier video. He was buying a yellow jacket, beautiful young man. He lives here, and we're gonna make his life a little bit better by getting him a better stove. And let's keep looking around to see what other things we can get them. We already know we will be getting the wallpaper. This is a non-stop report because we are limited in the time that we can be here, but for the most part it looks okay. I think that the biggest issue is obviously the stove. Can you ask her if they need a new sink at all? Do they need a new cabinet? Because this one's broken. No? Okay, yeah. Well, we're not going to touch that. We're going to ask if they need a new faucet or anything else, and we'll get back to you. Conditions are not the greatest, but we will be getting a stove and wallpaper. The conditions of this building is really rough. This is like cardboard wall here. I'm scared to touch it because it can fall. You can see the walls here on the bathroom. This is where she showers, I guess. Not the greatest. I'm going to ask if there's anything we can do to better this wall system. I'm not sure. We're going to ask. For now, we know wallpaper and the stove. They have a toilet. It's not the best, and it's so dark in there that I can't show you. But you see the plumbing here behind us. Come and look at that. This is an old building, guys. This is old Soviet stuff. Even though it looks ugly, it still works. But this is so flimsy. I will ask about the wall and see what we can do, okay? We're going to head out now. I'll show you some few clips of how it looks without me talking, so you see in the conditions that these people are living in. Okay, I'm using the flash so you can see what the walls look like in here. The wall is down to the brick. These are the doors to the bathroom. There's a cat in here. I guess the cat's coming, the bad smell comes from the cat. because there's feces and cat pee all over. Actually, you can't smell it, but it's not so nice. And the wallpaper is peeling off of this place, right? It's ready to come off. This is really, really old. You can see even some places it's really missing everything. And this is the result of probably a cat scratches this area. Definitely could be a reason why it's not so good. But it's all going to change. At least this side is going to change. The look really does help morale when you have good wallpaper. It's how it works.
Не, большую не надо, двухкомфорочную.
Двухкомфорочную печку.
Не надо мне 4, зачем?
А вот это вот то, что внизу.
А там потому что стоит, там инструменты
Да,
валяются.
а так
это потом я уже все уберу это.
Там просто с духовкой уже
Да,
все печки, чтобы
мне вот
были.
что, я давно ее выкинула, эту печку, но из-за духовки я ее
То есть вы стряпали. Так, а по цвету лучше,
Любую.
наверное, белую?
любую.
Черная.
Well, you saw the conditions that were in there. But the good thing is we can go to the store now and get the wallpaper for both buildings. And we're going to be buying the stove for this building. Again, remember, this is only happening because of the video that we made last time and the donations from the generous people. Throughout this entire video, I want you to understand that this is only happening because of people like you who are watching, the donations, and the community. We are all here together. Thank you so much, and let's continue. Let's go to the store. It's not easy to find a store in a small town, but because we are working directly with what we call the orphanage, they do have locations like this, and they know exactly where we need to go for the wallpaper. Now, we're going to go inside and see the different colors, but let me remind you why we're doing it. We need a positive place for the kids to grow up. We need also the parents to be in a positive place, because if the child grows up thinking that it's okay to grow up in a place that's destroyed, then they themselves would accept a place that is destroyed and the cycle continues. So I am not trying to change the parents. I am trying to change the mentality of the kids, give them something beautiful. Let's go inside and look at the new colors that are going to be adorning these apartments. All right, my friends, I have my friend here, Klaus, who's coming from a long ways. He's from Australia. He's actually a good friend who actually brought us here to do this. Thank you so much, Klaus, for being here with us. You can see he's helping.
Thank you for bringing me. I much appreciate it. A good deed is worth doing.
And absolutely, you know, it's so beautiful that someone from so far away would lend a hand. What he's holding right now is for Maxim's house. This is the smaller house. And that costs 5,470 rubles. What I have here to my right is for the first house. Now, the first house has way more to repair, and the cost for that is 13,830 rubles. And remember, the point of this was to change the environment for the kids. The kids need somewhere to grow up that's not destroyed, because if you're born and raised in chaos, then you will continue the same thing. So a change of environment can be a change for the mind. We're going to put this inside, and actually we're going to go ahead out now and buy the stove for Maxim's house. The cost for the stove is going to be 16,000 rubles. We'll have the conversion rate on the screen. I'm going to show you what it looks like, but I want to let you know that the sound maybe is different because somewhere along the line our microphones broke. I'll have to do some troubleshooting. But yes, let's take a look at the new stove. This is going to be an upgrade, an absolute upgrade to what they originally had, and we wanted to have an oven for them, and it is an electric stove, electric oven, and this is just going to make their meals more delicious, right? Everything's going to be much better, much healthier. The old one was a bit dirty, you guys saw in the video, but now it's time to see. Let them put in the wallpaper, let them put in all these things that we bought, and we're going to get to see the difference, the contrast. This video is dedicated again to all of those people in the struggle. And we'll see you when the change happens. Let's cut to the future now. This is the second day. We are back. We're gonna go check on what we previously bought. Now, we got stove, we got wallpaper, and we just came to general check to see how they're doing. Because behind me in this apartment, it is an old apartment. It's falling apart. So we're trying to make sure that they're living healthy, right? We want to make sure that they're better off now than what they were the first time we met them. Maxime, who put this up? Ask him just who put the paper up.
Это мы с мамой делали.
His his mom and him?
He and his mom, yeah.
Nice. Now, if you guys don't remember Maxime, we actually filmed an episode with him in a yellow jacket. Ask him where his yellow jacket is.
It's over here.
Can you show it to us?
Он спрашивает, можешь свою куртку показать, в которой сейчас ходишь?
Пожалуйста. Yeah, so last episode we were buying him his yellow jacket, and I want you guys to see it because it's a really beautiful one.
Только надо ее стирать,
Понятно.
только надо ее.
Put it on, put it on.
А? Только надо ее только стирать.
Look at that. Really nice jacket. This is a young man who's actually working. He's, how old is he? Сколько?
Сколько тебе лет?
Мне 16.
16 years old, and he's working at a local grocery store. And Maxime is a really good guy. And who gave you this toy?
Да я не знаю, сколько она стоит еще.
И он спрашивает, кто тебе его подарил?
Я ее сам купил.
He buy it himself.
He bought it himself.
Вот.
Молодец какой.
Why does he not have a bank account?
А ты карту не думаешь себе открыть?
Нет.
Почему?
Да, у меня там это мамина карта.
Say it's mother card.
Oh, his mother's card.
Мне вот там еще что есть.
He likes cars, huh?
Тебе машина нравится?
No.
We're going to be looking at the wall now. From what I can see, it's beautiful. They did a great job. Maxime said that it was him and his mother who put it up, and they did it to the best of their ability. It does make the room look a lot more alive. It looks a lot cleaner. There is some spots that they missed, but it is said that they're actually cleaning the apartment more than they were before, and this kind of motivated them to have a nicer look at in their own apartment. Now, I was mentioning that he's actually a little bit mentally handicapped. He's 16 years old, but his mentality is of a smaller child, but he's still working. And this is why I was gravitated towards him, because he's not making any excuses. He doesn't know that he's mentally challenged, right? He's not fully developed, but he's still working. And in some countries, this is not even an option for them. But because in the state that he lives in the state in which he lives in, he feels it in his heart that he has to work. We asked him, like, hey, why do you work? And he has to provide. It's him and his mother living here, and they're getting through. The old setup here was they had a cabinet and they had a small stove on the top. Now this one's in a way better condition. Now they can bake, and now it's more reliable. This is the brand new stove that we got to them. You saw we bought it at DNS, and they delivered it here. They have it set up, and Maxime himself said that he even cooks for himself now. He feels more confident. And by the way, the back wall was also installed. I don't remember what it was before. Can you ask her? She did it herself, really?
Вы обои сами клеили?
Да.
С Максимом,
Да.
да? Тоже помогал?
Нет, тут еще Владя старший, средний помогал.
Middle son helped too.
Okay, so it was not only her and Maxime, but she also has another son who came and helped. The kitchen looks beautiful. It really is much different than what it was before. I don't remember what it looks like. We're going to put a clip, obviously, while I'm talking, but you get to see this is way different. A stove is really necessary, and we're trying to buy stoves for everybody in need because everybody deserves to eat. Ask her if there's anything else she maybe needs.
А вам еще что-то нужно?
Ну, вообще-то машинку стиральную тогда мне надо было.
По каким дням он ходит?
Катя, проси Сабрину на шубу.
We just got done looking at Maxime's apartment. Did you guys notice a difference? Please let me know down below if you saw a difference. Now, we saw their stove and their wallpaper, but they mentioned that they wanted a washing machine. These old washing machines, you still have to scrub by hand and it's not really optimal. So we're gonna go and look at the options that we have locally to see if we can't help them get a washing machine. But I wanna dedicate a portion of this video specifically for the people to explain what's gonna be done with the money that has been sent in. All of the money that is made from every video like this is going straight back into helping people. We want to make sure that people who we encounter, we want to make sure that their lives change for the better. Well, we went into Maxime's house and we told you that one of the last things that they needed was a washing machine. And I told you, you need to take care of your hands. We got a washing machine that was this style for the first house, but because in Maxime's apartment they don't have enough space, it has to be this one where it opens from the top. Now these cost a little bit more expensive, but it doesn't matter. The reason why they cost more expensive, by the way, is because they're more practical for smaller situations. We bought this one, it was $31,999, which is basically $32,000. We will not be able to see it delivered because they said that Maxime's family is going away for a few days, but just know that we bought it. Here's the proof. And this again is because of you guys. 32,000 rubles plus shipping, which we're going to cover. It doesn't matter. What matters is that they're going to be living more comfortably, cleaner and healthier. All right, this is another good story. I think this is it for these two families. You guys have done everything for them. This is making me so happy. It's incredible. The power of the community has made at least two families better. And now we're arriving at the next house. If you don't remember, in this house we helped the lady with two kids. We helped them get a new toilet, we helped them get new wallpaper, we helped them get a washing machine, and we're gonna see what they've done with their apartment. Again, guys, this is a very important house for us because the kids who we've encountered, like Maxime and this house's kids, they actually live part-time at the caretaker. It's almost like an orphanage, right? We had talked about that, but it's really important to give these kids a good environment to grow up in, so we're gonna see how it's changed. I'm really excited about this one. This is what I really wanted to check on, is that if they had the washing machine in. From experience, I know it's such a horrible thing to do, to wash by hand, because the water here is either very cold or very hot. So a washing machine is a huge lifesaver for your hands and your joints. And now you can see they have the washing machine here and the toilet right next to it. So they have a new toilet that they weren't able to use a toilet before. It was absolutely broken. They had to flush by hand, but now they have the working toilet, a working washing machine. The other thing that we changed in this apartment was the wallpaper. So let's go look at the... Oh, actually, we also got this. I forgot. It's like a shower head system and the faucet for the shower. Almost, yeah. All of the work here, we also helped them. You can see the pipe, the plumbing in this bathroom is different. It's newer. The plumbing here is also new, and that was also brought to you by this was paid for by you guys. And this is really important because some of these old apartments have horrible plumbing. Like in my apartment in Sludanka, it's also not the best. I had to redo it, so this is working much better now. Let's look at the wallpaper in the kitchen and the sink area. That is brand new, and we got them this because the old one was just not up to par. It was not a modern faucet for a kitchen. The kitchen looks much better now that they can wash their plates in a better conditioned cabinet. Now all around me installed this wallpaper. I think the kitchen looks much nicer, much brighter, and they did a good job. They did it themselves. Putting on this wallpaper should not be that hard, and if they do it, it shows motivation to better the situation. Now, for some reason, unfortunately, they declined, and they keep declining for us to buy them a new stove, but this is the condition in which it's in. It makes me so proud to know that we went through this whole process together. You guys watched the first video where we were in the store choosing these things, and now they're installed. You saw us outside showing you the rolls of wallpaper, and now you see the wallpaper all around installed. Now there's one more room that we haven't checked. That also has different wallpaper that we helped them acquire. So let's go check it out. It's the living room. This is the living room. They also put wallpaper on this side, and to me it looks much different. Looks really, really nice. What do you guys think? We just saw the clip of what it looks like now. This is what it looked like before. If you want to head back and look what it looks like now and come back to the before, feel free, guys. And actually the entrance was also changed. They like this brick style. They even asked for it themselves. They said, hey, we want that style of wallpaper. Now, everything that we got for them, they've installed. They put the washing machine, they got the plumbing redone, the new sink, the wallpaper, everything. Their standard of living has gone up, and the orphanage actually checks up on them every week to make sure that the kids are in a nice condition, that they're eating all right. So those kids are part of this program where the government is essentially watching over them, making sure that their parents are doing a good job. So with the help of you guys, everything that we've done here, this looks like a case closed. Now it's time to go look for a washing machine for Maxim's house, and we want to close the case on both families, right? We want them both to be absolutely more comfortable and living better off. I wanted to let you guys know that we raised over $12,000. We raised over $12,000. Now, I won't be going into the names of the people who donated just yet, because I think that video merits an entire video for itself. But just understand, and it's unbelievable to me, that this started off as a small little snowball, and it turned into a huge avalanche of help. It's taken me a long time to produce this video because I need to work with the orphanage and I need to get in contact with the people. And now I have to deal with all of the money that has been donated. I have to figure out exactly how to make it worth its while, right? All of the money that has been donated, I have essentially matched it and put it away in the bank for now. It is building interest in the Russian Sberbank. I'm going to go into full detail, but the reason why I'm telling you this now is I'm basically trying to start a non-profit organization here in Russia to where the money that was sent to us through the video, after watching the video again, I will talk about the people who donated, but all of that money, I'm putting it away for now, and it's going to build interest, and every month we'll be able to help other people. And I think that spending the money intelligently will make it last. And well, essentially what I'm trying to say is that I really appreciate to the people who donated, the people who watched, the people who shared the video, because now we have an ability to help people every month. I will be doing a breakdown video of just how much money was sent, the people who sent it. I want to also talk about the plans going forward, how much interest the money is building in the bank right now in Russia. Money builds pretty good amount of interest. So I thought that the most intelligent thing to do is, instead of spending it all helping people immediately in one bang and having it all disappear, I think we can keep a constant flow of help every month with the interest. We'll see you on the next one with more stories. These two families that we've encountered in this video are all ready to go. The government has checked their houses. They are up to par. The kids are in better living conditions. And so we want to turn the page and start helping other people. There's many, many more people to help. And we have to go back to the orphanage and ask, hey, what do people need? Guide us in the direction of the people in need. And again, I want to say thank you to everybody who watched, shared, and donated. And remember that everything that goes into these videos will go straight back into the funds for helping future families